Die privaatvervolgingseenheid doen nie die werk van die staat nie. There's very clear lines in what the unit can do and what it can't do. And this is set out in the Criminal Procedure Act. So the unit works within the framework of the applicable legislation. So, for example, the unit cannot initiate its own prosecution. That is the job of the state. And the unit is not trying to emulate that particular job. Where it can operate, and this is within the private prosecution sphere, it will take on cases where the state has made a very clear decision that it no longer wants to pursue this, and that then opens up the door for the unit to step in. So any suggestion that the private prosecution unit wants to actually do the work of the government or take over that defined role is simply not borne out by the facts. Wel, ek is 'n joernalis so amper 2 dekade nou. En die werk ek gaan doen. Laat ons kyk na wat Gerry Nel en sy span doen oor die paar 5 jaar dat die span saamwerk. And this is the development of the concept of private prosecution. Now, it's still in its infancy, but it's going to take many years to properly develop it. But there's a lot of work that's being done in the background that the general public just don't know about. We know about the high-profile matters, the Senzo Mihiwas and so on. But those little matters in the background which speak to the development of this concept, which address issues of injustice and selective prosecution, I hope to be able to use my skills as a journalist to be able to give some, highlights or highlight those particular aspects of the work that's being done for this unit. So it's bridging a gap between what the private prosecution unit is doing and newsrooms. Dis vir enige iemand wat who's been suffered in injustice. So enige mens wat probleme het met die staat as hulle if they report a crime or they take a matter forward. And to prove this, I think anybody has just got to look at the record of the private prosecutions unit, and perhaps the most recent case that I think people should look at, and it's not one of those high profile ones that everyone's heard about, but on Monday, an acting judge appeared in the Johannesburg Magistrates Court. He's charged with a sexual offence, so we can't identify him. The complainant in that matter is a young black woman. She's an advocate. She works in the legal profession. They were out at a social event. It is alleged that the accused in this matter sexually assaulted this young woman. She protested on the scene. She did the right thing. She went and opened up a criminal case. The matter got to the desk of a prosecutor. The prosecutor declined to prosecute. She went to the Legal Practice Council, the newly transformed body that is supposed to represent the legal profession. She laid a complaint there. That fell on deaf ears. She also went to the Joburg Council of the Bar, and that fell on deaf ears. Out of desperation, she approached Gerry Nel. And Nel picked up the matter, immediately started writing letters. The DPP reviewed the case, and immediately the matter was enrolled, and this accused appeared in court on the charges. It's also now that the Legal Practice Council has decided to initiate a disciplinary hearing against this particular member. So this is just another prime example. The issue, the question is, has there been an injustice? Has there been a selective prosecution? And is there scope for this unit to be able to assist? Those are among the criteria that will be considered when taking on a particular matter.